this series of splendid videos, I have tried to present you a reformed version of Buddhist and Zen stories in my own form and language, depicted by fictitious characters. I hope these stories will inspire and motivate you. Welcome to my channel, Kalani Pep Talks, and you are listening to Evya. In a small village, there lived a single mother called Sarah. She raised two boys, whom the villagers fondly called Sam and Tam. One day, Sarah called both Sam and Tam and said, "Sam, Tam, can you both see two sacks lying on the ground there?" Sam and Tam nodded their heads and said, "Yes, mother." Sarah picked those two sacks and gave it to the boys and said, "Each sack contains a small bag of salt and a bag of grain. You both need to carry the bag and hand it over to the monk who resides in the monastery." Sam and Tam, being clever boys, asked the mother, "If we had to hand over the bags to the monk, can't you send one of us there? Why should both of us have to go there?" Sarah said, "You will understand everything when you meet the monk." Though confused, still Sam and Tam obeyed their mother's words and started walking towards the monastery with the sacks in their hands. It was a sunny day, and the sun was already scorching them. There was a river besides their path, and suddenly an idea sprouted in their minds of Tam. He asked Sam, "Can we go for a quick swim?" To which Sam said, "No, we are going to get late to reach the monastery, so I'm not going to swim with you," and started to continue walking towards the monastery. Tam didn't worry about Sam or the sack he brought with him. He kept the sack near the river and dived in to soak himself inside the cool water. By the time Tam returned to the riverbank, he found that the rising river tide drenched the sack and had dissolved the salt completely. Tam didn't know what to do, but picked up the sack and opened to see what had happened. The salt bag was empty, and the grain had become wet. Tam thought to himself that at least he will hand over the bag of grain to the monk, but as they were wet, he wanted to dry them in the open air. Tam stretched his sack wide open and spilled the wet grains there to let them dry. He then rested with his back on a tree and slowly started to doze off, mesmerized by the blowing gentle breeze. By this time, Sam had gone far and was almost reached the doorsteps of the monastery. Suddenly, Tam was woken up from his nap, alerted by the chirping sounds of birds up above the tree. He was in a state of shock when he saw that the birds had devoured all the grains and had left nothing for Tam to take to the monastery. Bewildered and upset, Tam stood frozen from the shock. He was like a cat on the wall, not knowing if he had to walk to the monastery with empty hands or go back to his home and disappoint his mother. In the meantime, Sam had met the monk at the monastery. He greeted the monk and handed over the sack to him. Sam also told the monk that he had to leave early to find his brother who had not reached the monastery yet. "Don't worry, Sam. Let's both go search for Tam," the compassionate monk replied as he turned towards the anxious Sam. Once they arrived at Sarah's house, they turned around to discover Tam standing outside like a battered donkey. Sarah stepped outside the house and greeted the monk. The monk then called both Sam and Tam and asked them, "Did you both get any clue now why your mother asked both of you to carry a sack and give it to me?" It struck Sam and Tam something, and they nodded their head with the sense of a resolved mystery. The monk went on to counsel them that when you set a goal and start marching towards it, you should always remember to stay focused and go after your dreams, because only focus determines your reality. There will be obstructions in your path, such as the river and the light breeze, that cause you to easily drift away from your goal. Only the person who maintains a positive focus in life, no matter what is going on around him, will become successful. Sarah, feeling content after the monk's counsel, bowed in front of him, bid farewell to the monk, and went inside the house with Sam and Tam. Friends, not everyone who sets a goal is successful in doing so. When you set a goal, keep moving forwards until you reach it. Remain focused, don't let distraction derail you, and keep your eyes on the prize. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button so that you don't miss any of my interesting videos.